Hello, Jim Hodges here, Oscar here, and welcome to our little video. We're going to put this video together for you for the next few minutes to give you the practical applications of handling the leash, the proper motivation, the proper consequence if necessary, okay? Oscar's been a great dog while he's been with us. He is happy, and I'm talking about happy as far as maybe one of the top 10 happiest dogs that I've ever worked with. That is great. I want a dog happy. But what happens is we have to be real careful that when we try to encourage and enable and excite him, that our excitement doesn't cause him to blow through the commands. At least initially anyway, till he gets the idea of what you're expecting him to do and what he needs to do. Real close as I'm going through the video, I want you to watch my hands. I want you to watch the way I tap and release with a little bit of a bite. And here comes the cats. Want you to listen to my tone of voice, and I just want you to watch and see how we go through doing things, okay? And I'll try to explain myself as I go. You're getting a booklet with the training. This is just the video resource. Now, let's talk about this. If we had a dog that this created problems with the cat running up and around, we might test to begin with, but after we've tested a little bit, we may move them on. All right, go. Go. Because it's our job as the leader to put our dog in a position to succeed. Okay? So, very first thing is the walking command. The walking command is important. We want Oscar to walk with us or behind us, at least until we prove that we're the leader. Okay? When he's walking in front, he's leading. He can't see us because we're behind him, and it creates a potential chaotic situation if we run into cats or anything else. All right, so I'm going to stop Oscar now. Oscar, sit. He was in a sit, but it was an informal sit. Now he's in a working sit, okay? But it's important that he's with us and where he can always keep an eye on us. Now, if he tucks his head back down again, I'm going to give a little bite just to let him know I don't want him to do that. He's perfectly capable of being able to avoid the kitty cats. Good. Now, if we weren't sure that we could avoid, we would remove ourselves from the situation. So now listen to my tone of voice. Let's go. Atta boy. As soon as he started walking with me, I encouraged him. I praised him. Notice I have a loose leash. Okay? Wherever I walk, he's supposed to walk with me. But we use a loose leash, and if by chance he started to get out in front of me, I would tap the leash behind me, okay? If I turned to the right and he wasn't paying attention, I might tap this way. The movement commands, let's go, come, and heel, we tap the leash pretty much parallel to the ground in the direction we want to go in. We're tapping, we're biting, we're providing a consequence. And I think if you look at the video, it's not about hurting a dog, it's about letting the dog understand that we're mentally and physically in control. Let's go. Atta boy. So I turn, he goes, and then sit, hand signal for sit. Good boy. Want to praise him when he does what we want, but when we tell him to sit, he has to hold the sit until we release it, okay? So he's in that sit. I can move, I can do whatever. I typically, as a rule of thumb, don't put a dog in a sit for a long time. Maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, sometimes 2 minutes at a max. But I just want him to know that I'm in control. To release him, first of all, if he did not sit, or if he got up from the sit, I would tap the leash, no. Little tap, no. No, then sit. Okay? So we would tap it, no. Sit, sit. Good boy. After we bit and he went back to the sit, we would praise him. You may get a chance to see me bite him during the video. This is a one-take type video, so if he makes a mistake, I'm going to deal with it. And I want you to be able to see what I'm doing so you can go back and look at this over and over again. Now I'm going to do the DOWN. Down. Good boy. Down means down. You notice as soon as I told him good boy, when you play back the video or watch, his tail started wagging. That's great. He was happy to obey me, okay? Just like with the sit, he's in the down. Now, with Oscar and watching you with Oscar, when break. Break is the release command. So we have sit, hand signal, from the side, down, break. Good boy. Easy. See him getting excited? I tempered his enthusiasm, okay? Because I don't want him to get so excited he gets in trouble. There's a time he can be a dog. There's a time he can run and jump. But that needs to be with the cue word from us that we allow it. Because in normal everyday life, he shouldn't be jumping on us. He shouldn't be doing things that we wouldn't want him doing to other people or guests when they come into our home. So we saw those hand signals. Now, when I told him to D-O-W-N, if he didn't D-O-W-N, I would take the leash, say this is his head. I would go, no, or D-O-W-N towards the ground. Now, with Oscar and you, down. Notice he doesn't even have to be in a sit. But with Oscar and you see how he went right down into the down? With you, he's allowing his happiness and excitement to propel forward a little bit and not down right in his place. So how do we fix that? We get real close. We repeat the commands in close parameters so that he understands it. Close parameters may be a hallway, may be a door in front of us that we tell him down and he has to lay down and he can't move around. And once he starts to understand the down right where we ask him, then we can move on to other areas. Sit. Okay, no, sit. What happened there? You're seeing what happened. Cat came in from the video. I told him to sit, he didn't do it. I tapped the leash. In what direction? Straight up. Let's go. Good boy. So now we've got sit, let's go. We've got down from the side. We also have load up. He has no problems loading up, okay? Break. In fact, one of the first evenings, maybe the second evening he was here, we sat down, and the next thing I knew, he was in my lap. Okay, just like he was a little dog, completely sitting in my lap. We know he likes to jump on furniture. If you want him to jump on furniture, that's up to you. I want you to become a leader in all other phases of his training. If you don't want him on the furniture, then you have to tell him, not down off the furniture, but no on the furniture and get him off, and then praise him when he gets off the furniture, okay? You can always come back and give him a word later to have him down. Let's go. Sit. So when he gets a little excited, a little bit distracted, what do? I come back with more obedience. You saw the D-O-W-N from the side, now watch it from the front. Down. Hand signal, he down right there in his place. He didn't come to me. Okay? Good boy. Come. Good boy. When he comes, he's to sit. Notice the loose leash. If I was further away from him, I'd be reeling the leash in. The P-L-A-C-E command. Place. Pointing at the bed, he gets on the bed, he has to lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I've said that a number of times, but I mean it. The bed is his sanctuary. He has to stay there. It's a wonderful tool when you're having guests, when you're eating dinner, when you just want a few minutes to yourself and still establish to him that you're the leader. Here we go again. So, but this is wonderful training because I'm going to break him and release him and make him work. If he doesn't do it, I'm going to tap the leash and tell him no. Am I going to get PO'd with him? No. I'm just going to bite matter of fact and praise when he does what we ask. And typically, because he's on the place command, he could even be a joy in mode if he wanted to. Break. Let's go. Good boy. Get the leash, sit. That's good. Now the other thing, down. The other thing I'll do from time to time is the stay command. You notice on the sit and the down, I didn't tell him to stay. Sit and down, those commands are powerful enough for themselves to keep him there. But I do like for my owners to practice the down stay in the beginning for a little while. Stay. Normally when we stay, open palms, he's got to stay in that down command for 5, 10, 15 minutes, at least longer than 2. It teaches him you are the leader. Also, by starting this open palm, and when I tell him down, he can't smell the ground. When I tell him down, stay, he can roll on his side, he can chew a bone. I don't care. He can be in a much more relaxed state. Okay? Break. Now, we do that S-T-A-Y command, hand right in front of his face. We can start using that for doors, okay, or for rooms in your home. You walk through a room, and as you go through the portal, the doorway, you reach your hand out, tell him stay, you walk on, When he stays there, good boy. Okay? And he learns to stay in that room. You don't do it for 20 minutes, you don't do it for 30 minutes, you do it for a little bit. Let him see what's going on and praise him. If he walked through the gate or through the door handle or doorway, we would take that leash and tap it back. No, no, no. Stay and immediately go back to where we were. Right. Same thing with the place command. When we put him on the place command, if he pops off of the place command, we would take the leash. You remember how I talked about tapping in the direction of movement? We would tap him back. No, no, no. Place. Good boy. Okay? Doorway. Gets out. No, no. Stay. Good boy. Each time that you do that and you're in another part of the room or in another room, as soon as you put him back in place, you go right back to what you were doing. We don't want him to think or learn that he can act out and have you close. Let's go. Good boy. All right. Good. Be good. All right. I can say hey to the cat if I want. Sit. Good. Let's go. Last thing is the heel command. I don't use the heel command too much in my life, but it does have its useful purpose. Typically a heel command is when we have our dog in what I call a rectangular box beside us. It's great for real crowded areas or what have you. We tell him to heel, he walks right beside us. If we turn, he follows us. Our goal is to keep him in the box, and when we stop, he sits. Okay? So sit. Attaboy. Hand signal, heel. So I step off, he immediately comes right back into the box. I turn, I stop, he sits. Attaboy. I step off, and he stays in the sit command because that's what he does at the end of the heel. Heel. So one of the things I'll do with the heel command is I'll practice steps going in the direction. I'll speed, and then I'll slow down and make him adjust to it. Good boy, heel. And I'll do figure eights and whatever. My job is to keep him in place. Again, if he gets out of the box, we just gradually tap him back to where we need him to go. Good boy. Hand signals he knows without the verbal commands. It's a wonderful way of getting his attention. Okay, break. So we have sit, down, down, come, stay. This is going to blow him out of the water. Place, and break. Okay, sit. Now, go one more minute back to the come. Come. He comes and sits. This is on leash. Break. Off leash, we want to get in the habit of having him come to us. And it's up to you if you want him to sit in front of you, but our goal is to have him come and sit right here in front of us. We praise him, we love him, and then we release him. Break. We never ask him to come to us off leash, and us we do anything that looks like punishment, looks like a consequence, or looks like it's taken away from the fun activity he's having. We want to build come into a very positive experience that he wants to come and wants to do the things with us that make life happy, being a part of the pack and being a member of the pack. I hope that's helped. If you have any questions, you pick up the phone and you give me a call, 336-945-3232. Oscar's been a great guy. You've seen he's been excited. You see me work matter-of-factly with him. I didn't get over crazy with the praise, but I did praise him. The same praise I gave now, when you give him praise, may cause him to break the command. If he does break a command, just remember it and be immediate ready to lightly put him back into his position and then praise afterwards, okay? Motivation equals praise plus consequence. All right, we praise with good words, good touch, a treat, a toy. We try to always use good words and good touch when we praise him. When he does something wrong and he knows he's done something wrong and we have worked on it, it's words and touch again. Words are no. I keep a very limited vocabulary on the words. And the touch can be a tap of the leash, can be using the tab as a tap of a leash. It could be a spray bottle. It could be avoidance. It could be a number of things. But in the beginning, I would try to experiment. It could even be grabbing this scruff like that. See, again, I'm not hurting him. I'm just being physical and letting him see that I am his superior as far as ranking goes in the pack. All right? The other thing that we try to do is make sure we praise at least 20 times more during the day than we consequence. If all you ever did, or if all somebody ever did to you was nag, 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 you would begin to tune them out. We got to praise him. We got to make him want to see what we're doing and want to be a part of it. That causes us to be upbeat and find reasons to let him know that we're happy. If he does something right or wrong, he's going to do it over and over again. If it's something right, be sure to put a word to it. Make sure you praise it. If it's something that we don't like, be ready for it. The next time, be ready to tap or fix, tap it, being in consequence, or position him what he needed to do in that situation. Of course, if you have a question, you pick up the phone and give me a call. Thank you so much. Again, if you need me, 336-945-3232. JimHodgesDogTraining.com, and on Facebook, type in Jim Hodges Dog Training. Thanks again. Break. Attaboy.